Oh, 7 citizens, Black here from CasaBLACK Gaming, and this is the 8th part in my 10-part beginner's guide. And in this guide, I will be walking you through the steps of leaving our first space station to head to another station where one of the most popular and most needed parts in Star Citizen is located, so we can buy one of the very best size 1 quantum drives known as the Atlas. This drive fits so many ships, ranging from the starter ships to the Nomad, the Prospector, the Vulture, and even some of the smaller fighter ships. This part happens to only be available in one location at the moment, and it is easily one of the most recommended parts to buy as a beginner, so I thought it made for the perfect guide to show you how to upgrade your ship from start to finish. But before I jump into the guide, if you've come back to my channel more than once now, just come on. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and then comment, letting me know anything you want, from why you like my videos to what you're looking forward to in the upcoming updates. Also, if you have questions that my videos are just not answering, then come on into my Discord and ask there. Me and others are there to answer questions or work through bugs, or to just chat up about what ships we think are coming next or like. We have some great times discussing the game we love, and so let's just go ahead right now and get into this guide. So my other guides in this series have done pretty well with explaining the basics, so I'm just going to push right through here and talk and walk at the same time, so to speak. We need to go to the station ship's terminals and call out our ship, making sure we take note of the hangar that our ship is assigned to. Then take the elevator down to the proper hangar, enter that hangar, and then board your ship. Easy peasy, right? We're pros at this point. Enter the ship, and if for some reason you need to take anything from this station to the station we're headed to, go ahead and transfer your inventory. Otherwise, find your seat and enter it. Power up your ship with the U key, and push the I key to power up your weapons if they're not already on. Use one of the 3 ways that I discussed in video number 6 to call the air traffic control to open the hangar doors so we're able to leave the station. Once the doors are open, using the spacebar, lift off from the hangar deck and either go straight up to exit from a top hangar door, or go straight by pushing W to go straight outside if you have a side door. Regardless of which hangar type you leave from, once you're out in space, it's time to set our quantum route to Referral 5. Okay, so open up the star map by pressing F2. Referral 5 is going to be around the innermost ring around the sun. You will need to double click the little area around it to zoom in closer. Then you're looking for the station known as Referral 5 High Course Station. Click or double click until you can see the station listed in the upper right hand corner of the screen, like so. You do not want the Referral 5A heading, but only the High Course Station heading. Then push the Set Route button in the upper middle of the screen. Now you should see at least 2 jumps showing up on the upper left hand corner. You could have 4 or 5 depending on your position in the verse and around what planet you're on. Now close the star map by pressing F2, and let's go ahead and move your ship's nose until you see the blue, or it could be yellow, diamond. And then press the B key. Now make sure you press it, don't hold it just yet. You will then wait for the 2 different numbers to finish counting up, which is your engine spooling up, and then the number on the left is the coordinates that are calibrating. When they're both at 100% and you are aligned with the blue diamond showing your next jump, it's time to push and hold the B key. Your jump should commence either right away or within a second, depending on server lag. So long as you held the B, even if you let go, the jump should start momentarily. Now you wait for the jump to finish, and then repeat those steps, lining up your ship to the blue diamond, waiting for the calibration, and then holding B until you finish all of your jumps. This trip can take over 10 minutes depending on your ship, and it's half the reason we're going to buy this quantum drive, because it cuts down time, and it also saves fuel, allowing us to travel further. Not to mention, this Atlas quantum drive will usually spool up even faster, so it's a great item to upgrade to for many reasons. Just keep going until you see this station. Okay, so once you see the station, fly toward it, making sure to watch your speeds. Keep your speed around half once the station is getting kind of close. Make sure you are in the cockpit view as you get close so you know when to use your call out method to get permission to land. You should see a marker show up letting you know where to land and then fly over to that hangar. Now, of course, it might be a top-down hangar like I got here, so if you have trouble or need to know how to land and set your camera controls for a landing like this, my 6th video has a section near the end of the video titled Landing in a Top-Down Hangar, so go watch that to see how I'm doing this. When you know how, it's really easy to land like this. Anyway, once you've landed, make sure you cut the power to your ship by pressing U, and then press Y to get out of your seat. Before leaving your ship, if you have any inventory that you need to transfer off your ship, you can do so after you get out of your seat, otherwise just exit the ship. The elevators are going to be located in a similar place as the last section you were at, so look for the landing bay arrival sign pointing you toward the elevators. Of course, get on the elevator, pushing the button for the lobby floor. Then you get dumped out into a familiar room with ship terminals in it. Now you need to make sure that you store your ship. Also, if you have any other ships that need this quantum drive, you need to have them transferred to the station as well. Any ships you need to upgrade must be here at this same station and stored. They cannot be out on the launch pad in the hangar. As you can see here, I am not only going to upgrade the Aurora I brought to the station, but also my Prospector because it too needs the Atlas engine. You will either have to put in a claim, which takes longer, or use the delivery option, which only takes 20 seconds. Again, just make sure you do not click the retrieve button because we need these ships to stay stored here. Okay, so we need to head to the Galleria, so from the ship terminals, head through the little turnstile things and then right. The interstation transit elevators are just to the right, and so take these to the Galleria floor. Leave the elevator and head up the stairs. Turn left at the top of the stairs to find the Platinum Bay store. That other store ahead is the ship weapons store. Once inside the Platinum Bay store, head to the terminal. Now, very important here, the destination needs to remain as the HER L5 High Course station. Do not change it to your ship's inventory. This is not how you equip the ship. That would just be to place the part inside of the ship's inventory, and you cannot install it that way if it would have even allowed you to send it there, because when I tried to see just what would happen, it said insufficient space. Now with the destination set to HER L5, it's time to change the filters. Set the first filter to systems, and the second to quantum drives. Now the Atlas is the one we want, and it's the very first one at the top of the screen. Buy as many as you need. I bought 2 since I'm adding them to my Aurora and my Prospector. With your engines bought, it's now time to equip them, so leave the terminal and head out to the middle of the floor away from the store just to not be rude if there are others there. Now hit F1 to bring up the mobi-glass. Then, down at the bottom, click on the second icon from the left, which is the little ship icon, which is the Vehicle Loadout Manager. You get this screen. Select your ship in the upper right-hand corner. It does take a few seconds to load, so just be patient. When the ship populates, go over to the Systems tab at the top left side and click it. Go down to the Quantum Drive and click it. It will then show you which quantum drive options you have. You should see your Atlas or Atlases if you bought more than one. Click on the Atlas, and this swapped out the default engine for the Atlas. You will then need to click the green Save Changed and Equip button from the lower right corner to make the change. Now you can swap another engine if you want to, following the same steps we just did. Alright, and that is it for upgrading your ship. Now with 3.19 comes some interesting changes to our abilities with ship components where we can swap parts out with others that we find out in the verse, not using this method but just using your tractor beam. This is an early step toward the engineering gameplay that we will all one day have, possibly by this time next year. There are a bunch of rumored changes including new rare ship components we might be able to find out in the verse to swap into our own ships that are going to be better than anything we can buy. I also foresee the ship loadout screen not automatically loading our parts into the ships, so this guide will surely change soon. But for now, it's still relevant. We have 2 more guides in this 10-part beginner's guide series where I next cover some basic vehicle and personal maintenance. It should be rather a quick video, but it will prepare you for the last guide, which will be some basic information about missions and reputation and understanding and examples. I appreciate you taking the time to watch my channel and look forward to seeing you all out in the verse. Remember to be kind to your fellow gamer, learn to scavenge everything you come across in the verse, and stay positive citizens.